Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
Army of Two is filled with Hollywood cliches up the ass. You can now play as Alpha and Bravo. You start on this rescue mission, but obviously something is gonna go wrong. You then lose someone, and someone seriously gets injured. And everything changes, or does it? Well, just know that the story consists of you shooting a lot of people who are in the cartel. As the title.
Cartel compound. This girl is not our fucking problem.
You got 30 seconds.
No. We're leaving. I'm not gonna risk my life and the lives of these rookies to save this girl. All right? We move on, take our money, and get out of here.
The man's got a point, Rios.
Go if you want.
The shooting is very similar to every other third-person shooter. Move into cover, shoot, melee with some sweet-looking kills, and build up an overkill mode, and then blast away people's faces with your gun. It's simple, yet you still feel like an unstoppable badass at times. But does Army of Two, the Cartel, actually try to improve the overall series, or does it stay another weak entry in another weak third-person shooter series?
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
The good. Most people know I did not like 1 or 2 of Army of Two. However, this one was somewhat good. Let's start with the good. Well, first off, I indeed loved the melee kills. I'm a sucker for sweet, nasty, and badass looking kills. The game definitely doesn't shy away from that. Snaps to the neck, stab to the back, to the chest, to the gut, and so on, all looking brutal and nice. Talking about nice looking, the Frostbite engine definitely shines a bit here. Sure, some of the textures look shitty and the environments are just decent, but the destruction looked pretty great, especially the fire, and when you blast houses away and buildings to bits, it just looks cool. Overkill mode is cheap, silly, but I just don't give a fuck when I go into it. I want to be a Super Saiyan badass, and everything in my way is just gonna get blasted into chunks, and it looks awesome. It's just really cool looking, it's fun to use, and I actually like this mode a lot. Customization is fun to mess around with, far better than previous titles, especially messing with the mask and the body armor and the tattoos and all that cool stuff. Now the bad. The first thing that comes to mind is the main core of the story is pretty cliche. You can expect that just about everything that you can see happen actually does happen, because it follows the standard action movie story, though it is cool to see just about every single one of your comrades die, and that's not a spoiler. Just everybody's gonna die. Be prepared. Walking Dead, eat this.
Go scared of the cartels. Fair enough, still. I don't trust it. Look out!
The graphics, while destructible and definitely cool looking, it's just, it still doesn't look that great in the end. The environments are pretty stale and some of the animations just look really bad, even with the customization being pretty cool. The game just doesn't improve enough. Its content is just so small. Basically, you shoot, melee, shoot. Now that's most shooters, right? But with a weak story, it gives you very little incentive to actually continue playing it after you know, beat it, or even try to beat the whole game. The ugly is the dialogue. It somehow got worse in the series. Most things improved in the series in this title, but this still made me cringe even more. 90% of the time, actually. I don't know who wrote this shit, but please don't write any more shit. The other ugly is definitely the glitches. I got a glitch in the first 5 minutes of the game. Check out this video I'm playing. Then I reset it and everything is fine. What the fuck? The first 5 minutes.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
See, See, that's the thing, is I don't think Devil Cartel is an awful game. I think it's the perfect title for, hold on. First, let's talk about real fast. The content is only about 8 hours, though it is a little too long for its own good, in my opinion. Too many chapters of boringness. The first maybe 30 are pretty good, and the rest are just boring. And the game just suffers from being too long, which is odd. So the game, though, can be a lot of fun. Even on single player, your AI partner's pretty good. So it could be fun, but it's definitely a co-op experience and probably more fun that way. However, the game is still the definition of Rent at best. It's definitely a skippable title. You can just kind of ignore it. But if you want a good, fun co-op experience or by yourself shooting some, you know, Cartel, you can definitely get some fun out of it. So I'm going to give it a Rent. It is skippable, but it's definitely worth a Rent if you're bored and you just want to shoot some people in the face and do some sweet looking melee. What I don't understand, though, is why the fuck the certain characters go bad. It's the stupidest goddamn reason. Who left me? Her fucking soldier. Man up, bitch. I don't understand why all the melee kills are knives. Not that they don't look cool, but I got a fucking gun in my hand. I'm not gonna run up to someone and just stab him in a knife. I'm gonna put a gun to his face and his mouth and fucking shoot him right in the mouth. And why the fuck is their name Bravo and Alpha? Could they not have thought of fucking names? Bravo and Alpha? Really? I mean, Salem and Rios, at least their names. Bravo and Alpha? Hey, Bravo, are you coming to my party? Yeah, Alpha, I'll be there. They're military names, but come on.